From the first time I saw you, I knew you'd be mine. From the first glance you gave, my world is slowed, you stopped the time. And in that moment I could see all of the things that we would be. You were the girl I was waiting for, that I would ask to marry me. Like the beauty of the sun, you light my life so I can see. You make me laugh and show me how, just how good this life can be. And in our moments filled with joy is where I live, where I am free. Lay in my arms, I'll hold you tight, just like you like, continually. And I am overwhelmed by you, am overcome with joy. You've taken me higher and shown me what love can do. Where would I go or be without you? There's something in your smile that gives me strength to carry on. And there's something in your words that lingers even when you're gone. Oh, I've dreamt that a time like this would come, fulfill my life. Who could have known the one who'd bring it here would be my lovely wife? I could sing 1,000 songs about you, still that would not do. And there's a million tiny things that make the things that you do, you. I wouldn't trade our time together, wouldn't trade for anything. Nothing else here in the world can bring the happiness you bring. And I am overwhelmed by you, am overcome with joy. You've taken me higher, shown me what love can do. Where would I go or be without you? Yeah, I'm overwhelmed by you, am overcome with joy. You've taken me higher and shown me what love can do. Where would I go or be without you?
When I first saw Kenna, she immediately took my breath away. I knew somehow, some way, I needed to figure out a way to talk to her.
When I first saw Moses, I was like, what happened to his eyebrows? But I saw him at church for the first time, and I thought it was awesome that he was in the choir and that he was singing, because obviously that's something that I really like to do. So my first impression of him was, oh, that's cool, a guy that sings.
I decided to pursue Kenna first, so I did whatever it took to get her attention.
I first expected that Moses was into me when we went to do a play at another church with Pastor Eli and Pastor D. It was a youth service. And afterwards we went to Steak and Shake, and hold on a second. He gave me this after we left. It's just a little car. You assemble it, you put stickers on it, I didn't bring the stickers today, but he gave me this. And my mom was like, yo creo que ese muchacho te gusta. And I was like, no, I don't think so, Mom. But deep inside, I knew that there was a chance that he was into me.
Kenna and I have difference of opinion of what our first date was. I say the first date was when I first asked her out to the movies. She will strongly disagree with you.
So the message they sent me from Facebook was an invitation to go out to the movies, which for him, that was a date. For me, I thought we were just two friends going out to see a movie. So we go watch Shrek, and you know, I didn't want to presume that he was into me, so you know, I did what any friend would do and just, you know, hang out and stuff. We went to IHOP afterwards and just got a drink. We ate some grapes and some fruit that were really not good, but the conversation was nice, so that made up for it. Afterwards, I was like, bro, thanks for being a good friend. I'll see you at church. And that was what he thinks is a first date. The first date that I consider the real deal was when he pulled all the guns out and he took me to see a musical. It was amazing, and after that, I for sure knew that he was into me.
Our first kiss took place on our second date. After we ended with the musical, we went back to the house, and she was by her car, and I walked her to her car, and before she could leave, I took a chance, and I leaned over and I gave her a kiss. She immediately was surprised, and the first thing that came out of her mouth was, "Oh wow." So I knew I had her then.
Alright, so the first kiss, we had just eaten at Applebee's. We go back to his house. We're standing by my car, and he's, you know, sitting there making time, and I'm fiddling with my keys, and we're just talking. We said goodbye like a gazillion times, and we're just standing there, and you know, first date, it's kind of awkward, but all of a sudden he just grabs me and he pulls me in and he kisses me, and I remember I said, oh wow. So I grabbed him and I kissed him back, and so yeah, that was our first kiss. It was awesome.
My favorite feature of her is her lips. I always say she has black lips sometimes. Sometimes they get swollen. They get swollen, they get really big, and I like big lips.
Favorite physical features? His butt. No, I'm just kidding. It's I would say it's his broad shoulders, his big arms. He gives the tightest hugs. It's really nice. And my ultimate favorite feature is his eyes. They're a lot bigger than mine, and I've always really liked big eyes, and I hope our kids have it someday. So, his eyes.
The proposal. Wow. I wanted to make it something big and simple for her. I had different ideas on how it was gonna go down and how I was gonna ask her the question, but ultimately we went with the gondola ride.
Moses was really good about keeping the proposal secret for a really long time. I honestly didn't start getting suspicious up until the last minute when he bought a suit, which is something that he never does.
I went out shopping for a suit, and I never wear a suit. And she started getting suspicious because I wore a suit that night.
He picked me up at my house, and he told me I looked beautiful, and we got in his car, and we started heading to, well, I didn't know where at the time. But he looked really nervous, and he didn't say very much on the ride there, and I was being my usual crazy self and being loud and annoying. But we finally got there and we headed into the Omni Hotel, and there was an Indian wedding going on, and I was like, let's go there, and he was like, no. So we proceeded to the back of the hotel where a lot of gondola little boats were parked, and we got into one of those, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And so an Italian guy by the name of Brandon, he drove us around and he even sang. And we had dinner on the boat with this huge piece of cake that I still wish I had stuffed in my purse because it was so good. We had dinner, we took pictures, we drank, and after that, he looked like he was making time or trying to have me look a certain way or just point in different directions.
We started eating food, and I was getting text messages from friends and family saying that they were here where they needed to be, and she saw me texting back while we were trying to enjoy a romantic dinner.
And all of a sudden the sun is setting and he asks, really awkwardly by the way, so how long have we been dating? And I'm like, a really long time. And he's like, well, you know that I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And that's kind of when I knew it was coming. So he really, very difficult, in a very difficult way, gets himself down on one knee because it was kind of crowded.
I was trying to get on one knee to propose to her on the boat. I couldn't because the table was right there, and so I kind of like squeezed myself in like downwards and got on one knee, and I told her my intentions to her, saying that I love her and I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her, and I want her to be my life partner, and I asked her to marry me.
And he brings out the ring and he's like, will you marry me? And I was like, of course. I had a mixture of emotions. I was really happy, I cried, but ultimately really happy. I said yes. He put the ring on my finger and we went to the deck where our family and friends were holding up a sign that said, will you marry me? And that was really sweet. I didn't expect everyone to be there, and it just made it really memorable to be able to share it with my parents and his family. And then we took a lot of pictures and we greeted everybody and said thank you. So I'm so happy with the proposal, the way he did it. It's really a wonderful story to tell.
When I'm with Kenna, I feel very relaxed, very happy. She's amazing. I want to spend every moment with her.
Moses is a nerd. I'm just kidding, but he is. He's really sweet. He's very caring. Once you get to know him, he will do anything for you. He's one of those people that will put things down for his family, that will support you no matter what. He's just somebody that you can always depend on, and he's always there, and I'm so happy that I get to call him my husband pretty soon.
I feel very relaxed and happy. All of my worries kind of just go away. She's a person I can trust. She's my soulmate. She's my best friend. A person I can count on to be with. It's just, she's amazing. I love her.
I honestly feel like I'm the only girl in the world when I'm with him. Nobody has ever make me feel the way that I do when I'm with him. When he gives me hugs, when he talks to me, or when I feel like I'm stuck on my homework and I can't do anything else, I can always count that if I call, he's going to give me a word of advice and pump me up and get me going again. I just love him a lot, and the way I feel is indescribable. Obviously, I'm breaking down into tears, but I feel great with him, and I can't imagine spending my life with anyone else.